We've won. Arsenal has finally completed its first signing of the season, and Fabrizio Romano has just revealed the destination of Arteta's biggest target. Stay with me until the end of the video to understand everything happening behind the scenes at the Emirates Stadium. But before that, if you're as passionate about Arsenal as we are, don't waste any time and subscribe to our channel right now to stay updated on everything happening with the greatest team in the Premier League. And without further ado, let's dive into today's top news. After delays in the last few weeks, Arsenal are finally closing in on a deal to sign Riccardo Calafiori from Bologna. The defender shone with Italy at Euro 2024 despite their disappointing campaign overall, and is seen by Mikel Arteta as a player who could upgrade his options at left-back. Arsenal agreed personal terms with Calafiori in the past few weeks, but there were delays over a deal amid problems with the 50% sell-on clause Basel inserted into his contract, as well as the refusal of Jakub Kiwior to potentially go in the other direction. However, Arsenal have finally reached a breakthrough, and it now appears that a deal is near completion. Fabrizio Romano has now revealed that Arsenal are closing in on a deal to sign Calafiori after a breakthrough in negotiations with Bologna. Understand Arsenal are now close to reach total agreement with Bologna for Riccardo Calafiori. Positive talks took place behind the scenes with player's agent Alessandro Lucci on it, he posted on X. Arsenal now confident to get it done. Personal terms remain agreed, deal until June 2029. Riccardo Calafiori could join Arsenal USA pre-season tour. Arsenal is set to embark on their pre-season tour in the USA on July 21 with most of the squad. However, Calafiori's transfer is not expected to be finalized in time for him to join the initial group. A few Euro 2024 stars, including Kai Havertz, will also join the tour, albeit at a later date. If Calafiori's deal is completed in the coming days, he could travel to meet Arteta and the squad alongside these players. For Calafiori, integrating during preseason is vital as he looks to secure the starting left-back position over Takahiro Tomiyasu and Jurriën Timber, especially with Alexander Zinchenko and Kiwior potentially departing. Victor Osimhen reveals where he will play. Arsenal has been associated with Napoli striker Victor Osimhen for several months, but significant doubts surrounded a possible transfer. Osimhen made history at Napoli, leading them to their first Serie A title since Diego Maradona's era with 26 goals and 5 assists in 32 matches during the 2022-23 season. Despite Napoli's decline last season, dropping from champions to 10th place, Osimhen still scored 15 goals in 25 league games. Arsenal has shown interest in numerous strikers, and Osimhen is considered a player who could elevate their attacking prowess. However, Mikel Arteta has effectively utilized Kai Havertz as a number 9, suggesting that a high-profile striker like Osimhen might no longer be in their plans. Additionally, the 25-year-old has now decided on his next club. Arsenal target Victor Osimhen now keen on a move to PSG. Paris Saint-Germain are keen on adding a goalscorer to their ranks following the departure of Kylian Mbappé, and they are in talks with Napoli over a move for Osimhen. Paris Saint-Germain are advancing in talks with Victor Osimhen's camp as their interest is now getting concrete. Osimhen, keen on joining PSG and open to the move if they can agree on deal/fee with Napoli. He'd be very high on PSG list if one center striker left, Fabrizio Romano posted on X. Osimhen's reported release clause stands at over £100 million, and this is simply too high a price for him. Although he is still one of the best goalscorers in Europe, there are major question marks over his injury record, and whether he would be the right tactical fit in this Arsenal side compared to Havertz. Arsenal are interested in an attacker, but this may now be a winger who can play on both sides whilst adding speed and goal threat. Osimhen does not fit this profile, and is too much of a risk for Arsenal right now, and with PSG in the mix for him, Arsenal are unlikely to match what they will offer him on the financial side, even if they wanted him. This Osimhen saga is just disheartening. I was dreaming of him at Arsenal, but it looks like he's set on moving to France now. There's no denying he's a top striker. He made history at Napoli and helped them win the Serie A title, something they hadn't done since the Maradona days. But with a price tag over £100 million and PSG entering the fray, it's tough for us. Also, with Arteta using Havertz as our number 9, it seems like bringing in a high-profile striker like Osimhen is becoming more distant. The guy has talent, no doubt, but his injury history and the steep price make it quite risky. Ultimately, we need to be realistic. We'll have to look for other options that make more tactical and financial sense. It's frustrating, but it's the reality of the market. Let's see what Edu and Arteta can come up with. £45 million Arsenal star is now available for transfer, but Mikel Arteta must give him one more season. Arsenal may be preparing to let several high-profile players leave this summer as they aim to overhaul their squad. Emile Smith-Rowe is already attracting interest from Fulham and Crystal Palace, while Jakub Kiwior might also make a return to Serie A. Gabriel Jesus had a challenging second season at Arsenal, struggling with injuries that sidelined him for significant periods and losing his starting striker position to Kai Havertz. Jesus was exceptional when he first joined from Manchester City 2 years ago, but he has struggled with a knee injury since the World Cup last year. Now, there is a chance he could make a surprising departure from Arsenal. Gabriel Jesus is available for Arsenal exit this summer. The Times has now reported that Gabriel Jesus, who joined Arsenal for £45 million in 2022, could be permitted to leave this summer, along with Thomas Partey. The report states, Partey wants to see out the final year of his contract, and it might not be easy to sell him or even Gabriel Jesus, the forward, who is also available. While Partey's potential departure could be influenced by his age and ongoing injury concerns, Mikel Arteta might consider giving Jesus more time to regain his top form. Unless a substantial offer arrives, Arsenal should retain Jesus this summer. At 27, he will have a full preseason to rediscover his best form and build up his fitness. If he returns to peak condition, he could become a significant asset for Arteta. Although Jesus faced challenges last season, he also demonstrated his quality in the Champions League, providing a standout assist in an impressive performance against Bayern Munich in the first leg of the quarter-final. At his best, Jesus is one of the best playmaking forwards in the league, and he can play anywhere across the front three. He deserves one more season to try and get back to his best level, and he will not be easily replaced given his experience, ability, and versatility. Arsenal set Juventus £25 million price tag for transfer of player who disappointed Ian Wright. Juventus and Inter Milan have expressed interest in providing Jakub Kiwior an escape route from his current situation at Arsenal through a transfer. However, Gianluca Di Marzio has informed Goal.pl that Arsenal rejected loan inquiries from both the Bianconeri and the Nerazzurri for the 24-year-old. Both Serie A clubs inquired about Kiwior's availability this summer, but Arsenal is only considering his departure for a permanent transfer. As a result, Inter Milan is unlikely to pursue the matter further, while Juventus still remains a potential option. Di Marzio believes Juventus could still decide to target Kiwior's transfer from Arsenal, having appointed Thiago Motta as their new manager. The Italian coached the centre-half at Spezia before Arsenal paid an initial £17.5 million, plus £3.5 million in add-ons, to sign Kiwior in January 2023. Arsenal aims to make a profit on their investment by setting a €30 million (£25 million) price tag for Jakub Kiwior, who they are willing to sell only for a permanent transfer. Kiwior, whose contract runs until June 2028, is currently the 28th highest-paid player at Arsenal, with a weekly wage of £58,000. Jakub Kiwior disappointed Ian Wright during a mixed 2023-24 season. Emirates Stadium officials believe they can command a €30 million (£25 million) fee for Jakub Kiwior, given he has 4 years remaining on his contract. Despite playing only 945 minutes across 20 Premier League matches last season and starting 11 of them, Kiwior featured in 30 games for a total of 1,594 minutes across all competitions under Arteta. Kiwior had some strong performances last season but also faced numerous struggles, notably against Fulham on New Year's Eve and in the Champions League quarter-final first leg against Bayern Munich. Arteta substituted Kiwior at halftime in both matches due to his difficulties, particularly at Craven Cottage. Criticism also came from Wright, who felt Kiwior looked overwhelmed and struggled to handle Leroy Sane during the Bayern match, a sentiment Arteta appeared to share by substituting Kiwior again at the break. By the end of the season, Kiwior had fallen behind Takahiro Tomiyasu in the defensive pecking order. Well folks, those were the main news for today. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated on everything happening with our beloved team, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel now and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Thanks for joining us, and until the next video.